video es presentado por el Sistema Ciencia Garza Educativa de la Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo. Para mayor información, visítanos en www.uaeh.edu.mx. Gracias por aprender.
So hello class, my name is teacher Patsy and today we are going to talk about a topic that you will be familiar with and that will be interesting for you. So today's topic will be objects around the laboratory, and we are going to talk about 4 different objects, the most common ones that you will know since you are studying nanotechnology, cold technology and bioscience. So that will be helpful for you to understand and because of your field. So before we start, we are going to talk about 4 different categories that will help us to describe these objects. So I hope that you enjoy the class, and let's start. So as I already mentioned, this will be our topic for today. That will be objects around the lab. Just as a brief introduction of the class, we are going to talk about 4 different objects, the most common one that you will find in a laboratory, and we are going to use 4 different categories to describe them easily, okay? So we are going to start with the first object that is the most common one that you will find in laboratories, that is a microscope. So these are the 4 different categories that we are going to use, and we are going to start with its shape. As you can see in the image, it doesn't have a specific shape to describe, but you can describe some of them. For example, as you can see in the image, a microscope has a curved arm, this one, that it works to hold the microscope, okay? Then, and it has circular oculars, that are those ones, the 4 circular oculars, that its main function is to enlarge images and in order to analyze them. And then it has a flat base, that is this one, okay? So as a second category, we have material, and this microscope, or well, all microscopes are mainly made of steel, but also glass, because of the circular oculars that we already mentioned, so they are made of glass. And then its function, as I already mentioned before, and its function is to enlarge images in order to analyze them, okay, and observe them with more details. And then finally, its cost will be high cost because it's like an object that is only used for laboratory purposes, okay? So as a summary of this description will be, a microscope is made of steel and glass. It has a curved arm, circular oculars, and a flat base. Its main function is to enlarge images, and it is high cost, okay? So we are going to talk about the second object that is like a complement with the microscope. There are called slides. As you can see in the image, there are like pieces of glass that their main function is to hold objects in a microscope, and they have a rectangular shape. Their material, they are made of glass, only glass, and they are like mainly economical, okay? So as a brief description will be, its slides are made of glass, they have a rectangular shape, they are economical, and their main function is to hold objects in a microscope, okay? So as a third object, that is the most common one that you mainly know, is a funnel. A funnel is really useful because, well, we are going to talk about its function. Its function is to pour liquids in new containers. The most common containers that you use a funnel is for pour liquids into bottles. So that's why it's very useful and helpful. So its cost will depend on the material. For example, as the image is showing, this is made of steel, but you can find some made of glass or plastic. So that will be that the most economical ones will be from plastic and glass, and the costly one will be steel, okay? And its shape, and in the image it shows that it has a shape as a cone, but also you can describe the circles that are at the top and at the bottom. For example, It has a wide circle at the top and a narrow circle at the bottom. So that's why you can pour liquids in your containers that has like narrow circles at the top, okay? So that's why they are really helpful. So as a summary of the description will be, a funnel, its main function is to pour liquids in your containers, and it has a cone shape. It has a wide circle at the top and a narrow circle at the bottom, and they are made of steel, glass, or plastic, and they can be economical or costly, okay? So as a final object that we are going to describe today will be an analytical balance. So, and as in the image, it's not like the common balance that we know. So this is only for laboratory purposes. So we are going to start with its function, that is measure small mass. And its shape, as you can see, it has a circular pen that is over here, her circular pen, and rectangular doors. So, and then the material, and as you can see, this circular pen is metallic, a metallic pen, and the doors are made of glass, okay? And as this is an object mainly for laboratory purposes, it will be costly, okay? That is a synonym of expensive. So as a brief summary of this description will be, an analytical balance, its main function is to measure small mass, and it is costly. It has a circular metallic pen and rectangular doors made of glass, okay? So that will be the end of our description. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you have learned something new today, and that you learn new adjectives and new vocabulary. So thank you for watching, and see you later. Bye.